We have way too many segments.
I want to add another one. Wait, what? I want to add a wait, what segment.
Is it a millipede that has all those segments?
What? Wait, what?
That's my wait, what for today. A millipede has a million segments.
No, it has a million legs. Also, I don't think it has a million legs. I think it has 1,000 legs. But also, I don't even think it has
1,000 legs.
No.
Well, what about
Maybe
a centipede?
100.
Does the centipede have 100 legs?
I don't think so.
How many legs do millipedes and centipedes have, listeners? You can make a comment in our show notes.
This is now an
we do the show
Make
notes.
a comment in our show notes. All right. First, we're going to get better at saying, if you love the show, please go follow it wherever you listen, and then rate and review it. All of the stars available. Mom, don't review it after every episode. We just
learned that Mom reviews it every episode. And I don't think that counts, right?
I hope not, because that means Mom is all of our reviews.
Do we have more episodes than reviews? What number episode are we on now?
Maybe like 20 something. And we do have like
35 reviews.
Yeah.
So actually we know that some aren't Mom.
Okay, we're good. But Mom just quit it. Oh, for God's sakes. That's Mom's username. When she
Should our new segment be Mom, just quit it?
Mom, just stop. Settle down, Mom.
Settle down, Mom. I love that segment. That's our middle part of the millipede segment.
Yeah. Okay, so go follow us. Go rate and review us. Also follow us on Instagram. I share a lot of goodies over there. It's Brand New Information Pod on Instagram.
Please do that for us.
Please.
We're not too proud to beg.
No.
We
not
ain't too proud to beg.
We ain't.
Is that TLC?
At all. No.
I ain't too proud to beg. It's Milli Vanilli. Boys to Men. I ain't too proud to beg.
To beg. Temptations?
Oh, it's the Temptations.
You know, Temptations TLC.
Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah, blame it on the rain. All right. What's your fibro nostalgia? Our fibro nostalgia, you guys, it's the 90s nostalgia. We're here for the 90s, and we love the 90s. And every episode, we talk about something that we miss from the 90s. Jay, you go first.
We're proud Gen Xers, and we feel like we're not really listened to that much.
No, because we're not.
Because we're not. So that's why we started a podcast, so that
people would hear
35
us.
People would listen to us.
No, we have more listeners than that. We have actually our numbers are going up.
Dozens of us.
No,
Dozens.
We have hundreds. We have hundreds. Almost. We're almost at the four digits. Four figures.
Almost
listeners.
4 figures.
Yeah. That's really good. Okay, guys. So just share it with your friends. We want to keep doing this. Okay.
So my fiber nostalgia is I'm gonna take a bit of a turn here, Suzanne.
Okay.
Because one of the things with the podcast is that I don't talk to you midweek anymore.
I've noticed
I
that.
just sort of save my talking to you for the pod.
Yeah.
Which is another good thing about the podcast. It just sort of puts all of our conversations into just one segment.
Okay.
Of my schedule.
It's very segmented.
So I wanted to talk about this, and this is it's a bit redundant from last week, but we need to talk about the Jeffrey Dahmer miniseries.
I thought we already did. Oh, but
no,
since last week, we have
since
both
last week,
it.
I've started watching it, and my fiber nostalgia is Jeffrey Dahmer, and I want to talk about the miniseries.
Okay, so I guess this is a continuation of
It
last
is.
week.
It like I said, I'm switching gears a little bit, and I just feel like I need to talk about it.
I know we do need to talk about it, but also I thought fibro nostalgia is something you miss from the 90s. So you missed Jeffrey Dahmer? Maybe this is your wait what?
I don't miss Jeffrey Dahmer at all.
I know. Okay,
can we title this episode?
And this is going to have spoiler alerts. But I mean, is it really? It's not really a spoiler because like this happened 30 years ago.
And also it's the #1 rated Netflix show in history, right?
In history?
That or Stranger Things Volume 4 or Season 4. I never watched Stranger Things.
I don't either. That's a very like Gen Z show.
Yeah, I'm not into it. I think it's a little...
Did you try? I've never seen it.
I never tried.
Okay. So
I need to talk about it.
Okay, what episode are you on?
6, I think.
Okay, I only got through like 2.5, and I watched it right after we recorded last week in the middle of the day, and my heart was racing the whole time. I had another interview after, and I was like all skeeved out, and I was like, "What's going on?"
I know. I've been off since I started watching it. It has this sort of way to get into your psyche and start to just make you feel.
That is what true crime does too, because I went through a period during the pandemic when I was listening to true crime a lot, and it really does it just makes you feel off balance in your day. It makes you it puts weird thoughts in your head about like things that have happened, things that could happen. Like it does mess with you. And this show definitely did that. Like the whole vibe is so creepy, and like you're just constantly, there's so much suspense. Even if it's not like horror necessarily, it's just super suspenseful, and they really put you in the in the shoes of the people who he lured back to his apartment.
And I've heard the criticism of the series in that it does it sort of hold up Jeffrey Dahmer as a human being, and it because of that it devalues the victims. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that what you saw, do you think that it devalues the victim's experience and just sort of I don't know, sensationalizes Jeffrey Dahmer?
I think anytime you're watching a movie and he is the star of the movie, like he is, the movie's about him. Evan Peters is who plays him, and he's the star. You're constantly looking at him. You're in Jeffrey Dahmer's head. So yeah, I mean, I think he's the main character of the movie, and that just in itself is going to bring up some sort of not idolizing, but it puts him in the
certainly not that.
Right. But it puts him in the spotlight, and it's so creepy.
It's ironic because it's titled Monster, and it goes through a lot of his history and his background, which effectively humanizes him. So it's got this sort of inherent contradiction where you're looking at a human who is clearly damaged, but it's titled Monster. And, everything we know about it was that he did these horrifically monstrous things, but he has human qualities. So I think in terms of writing it's engaging. I don't know what I think about regarding the victim families who were against it. I don't know. Can you tell this story without humanizing the monster?
I don't think so. And I think there are two things. So the victims' families are upset because they weren't notified, right? And so it's like, just give them a heads up. That's what we talked about last week. But then also we want in our brains, because we we don't like chaos and we want things to make sense. And so it's so easy to put Jeffrey Dahmer in or any serial killer in a monster category of like, no, he's not human. He's something else. And then that makes sense for us. Then we're separate from him. We have no similarities, but that's just not true. I don't think everyone's capable of doing what he did, but everyone's capable of doing horrific things. Every single one of us. And so seeing Jeffrey Dahmer as human is terrifying because we want him to be a monster.
I had kind of a visceral reaction where there's a Jeffrey Dahmer's in high school in Ohio, not Wisconsin. I didn't know. I thought he grew up in Wisconsin, but he grew up in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
And he always drives past this high school boy running on the country roads, and he's sort of fantasizing about, killing him or whatever, what have you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that could have been me. That was me with Joe Clark.
Yeah. And you guys, if you missed that story, you got to go back to last week. If you like true crime, go back to last week's episode where we talk about how we grew up with a serial killer, how Jay was tied to that.
No, and that. Well, yeah, I was connected to that. There was no tying.
No,
that's an uncomfortable verb to use.
Suzanne. Okay, sorry. Yeah, all of it is scary because we can't help but watch a story and then put ourselves in the shoes. And I think we put ourselves in the shoes of the victims, and that's terrifying. But then I do think we also put ourselves in the shoes of the monster, and that's equally terrifying. It's like that. It's horrible. All of it is just so uneasy. And it's not, I think we're supposed to feel uncomfortable watching it because I do feel like if there's a comfort level there, that's a problem. I want to look into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this then. So Joe Clark, the serial killer we grew up with, killed one and was about to kill two.
Yeah.
White boys. Jeffrey Dahmer, however, killed 17 victims of the minority community, African American,
over
gay
12
men,
years.
Over 12 years. Is there a racial component that we can compare the two serial killers?
I mean, I think that's why he was able to get by for so long. For 12 years, I didn't know that before I started watching it. And the fact that the police were very aware of him, very involved. They were in his apartment very early on. Like they had a very hands-off approach because of the area where he lived. It was a really Black area. It was like there were crack dens around. They were very no, hands off. Also because he was gay. And they even said in that call that they played the real call, they were like, it's a boyfriend thing. We're hands off. Well,
this was also during the height of the AIDS crisis too. So everybody was very concerned. I mean, not correctly, but concerned about, spreading AIDS through just everyday interaction.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the only reason that he was able to do that for so long. And shame on the police. That's insane when they played that call from the neighbor, the actual call. The neighbor knew, she knew it. Yeah. It's heartbreaking.
So you've watched also 2.5 episodes. Are you going to keep watching it?
I don't know, but I just want to say, I don't think much has changed as far as the race component in true crime. The gay, even the gay component hasn't changed much. I think that's probably changed more, but obviously, the whole world stops when Gabby Petito goes missing, which they should, but also, thousands of Black girls and boys are, I don't think much has changed as far as the race component in true crime.
And wouldn't I don't want to presume to talk, to understand what the victim families have gone through, but wouldn't they want the story to be told?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think about if it was, and that kind of goes back to your original point where it's like it's Jeffrey Dahmer's story. He's the star of the movie. And so they're not telling the victim stories. They're telling Jeffrey Dahmer's story.
Later on, they actually have episodes that are really focused on the victims.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was that they don't want them told or that the surprise of, like, I can't imagine that that's not traumatizing them. Like seeing.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I just can't even fathom that. Well, I don't know if I'm going to keep watching it. I don't know.
What is it about Wisconsin that creates that? I mean, we don't have data on it, but isn't there's a higher incidence of that in Wisconsin than other places, and Wisconsin being where we grew up.
Yeah, there's actually, I think the higher incident of true crime and murders and like serial killers is out west. It tends to be like Northern California, like the Pacific Northwest. There are a lot.
Okay, never mind that.
Yeah, there are a lot probably because it's such open spaces and they can hide a lot. I don't know. And if it's, I don't know. But it does seem like Wisconsin, I mean, with Ed Gein, with Jeffrey Dahmer, with Joe Clark, with like, I don't know. It's
Well, I'll tell you that the series creator really captured that era really well with the clothes and the cars and just the feel of that era. And I guess that's why for me, it reminds me of the 90s. It reminds me of our high school time, because a lot of the stuff there is just stuff that was around us. And it's creepy. Yeah,
it's so creepy. Even when he goes into that like gay nightclub and the music that's playing, it's like just it's so 90s.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, now you're going to make my fibro nostalgia look just so inconsequential.
I had a backup fibro nostalgia, and it was TLC.
You know what? That is so funny, because I was looking at TLC this morning. Man, I miss TLC.
I do too.
R.I.P. Left Eye.
Well, you never saw the movie The Other Guys, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Where
it's not a good time, Bob.
Where Michael Keaton plays the chief, and he keeps making these TLC references.
Oh yeah.
Like, don't go chasing waterfalls, and they're like, "Come on!"
And like,
he's like, "You gotta creep, you gotta creep," and they're like, that's a TLC reference, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's so funny. That's such a
we don't need no scrubs. We don't need no scrubs, Suzanne.
We don't. We do not need no scrubs.
And they're like, "Come on, this is a TLC reference," and Michael Keaton's like, "Don't know what you're talking about."
I mean, that's such a funny like plot line. I missed you. I do celebrate their entire catalog. I remember when Left Eye died. I mean,
did Left Eye die in a fire or no?
No, plane crash.
Oh, she lit her boyfriend
Andre Rison. Andre Rison. Like Mojo Rison.
The
football player.
Atlanta Falcons football player.
Yeah.
Are they from Atlanta, TLC?
Yeah. And an Atlanta housewife, I like the Real Housewives, Candy Burris, wrote No Scrubs.
Really?
Yeah.
Was she one of the TLCs?
No, she's a songwriter. She's one of the TLCs. No, it's Chili, Left Eye, and T-Boz. Well, T-Boz, Left Eye, Chili.
Oh, I just got that. TLC is their names.
Yes. Oh, no, she did not die. Wait. She did not die in a plane crash. She died in a car crash during a spiritual retreat in Honduras. Oh, wow. Yeah, you just got that?
I just got that.
Wow. Okay. That's a little late. All right. Well, my fibro nostalgia is the skip it.
Wait, what?
I'm not even kidding. I even
wait,
like
what?
I even prepared. Like I was like, I'm gonna do some research on the skip it.
Wait,
don't
what?
you remember the skip it?
I don't.
You put it around your ankle. It was very hard plastic and it was not at all comfortable. And then it was a ball. It was like a weighted ball on the end. It was like a ball and chain. And then you went around and then you would skip over it and it would count. So there would be a little counter. And I'd be like, I got 12 skip it. Yeah, that's mine. That's it.
Wow.
Oh, the skip it.
Is that still around?
It is. Yep. I didn't know that it was. I think they have improved it since the 90s. So I don't think it's the actual thing. Like you need, and skip it, it needs to hurt your ankle. Like there needs to be, all of our games had some level of pain. Like comfort was not a big thing in the 90s.
Like Hungry Hippos, where you're like, oh, my hand.
Yeah, my hand.
You keep slamming it.
Yeah, like jarts. I mean, there had to be some level of either danger or pain. Like we were not into like wellness and like comfort. We were like, no, we'll do this shit and we'll be uncomfortable. It'll hurt, but we'll love it.
To our listeners, just as an aside, Suzanne has talked to me outside the podcast and said, you need to ask me questions about my topics. You need to... You need to not just like be silent when I'm talking about my topics. So
I think that was like the first episode.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to the first episode.
What kind of plastic was it made out of, Suzanne?
Hard, uncomfortable plastic. Thank you for your interest in
how many skip-its did you own?
I don't own any. Thank you for asking. I think I owned a pink one and it always got really roughed up from that driveway. And I remember that I could never get, I couldn't maybe even get over like 20. And the counter only went to like 99, it was one of those like, and then it would start over.
What kind of counter was it?
Okay, we're done with the question and answer portion.
Wait, did I ever try it?
Probably. You
don't
probably
think I
like
did.
took it from me and like hit me with it or something. I don't think you used it appropriately.
Time to skip, hot shot.
That was right after you super glued my finger to the table.
That did happen.
I know. Okay. On this year in
next segment.
What year? Okay, so
right.
October 7th.
1992. We're going in order.
Okay. So on this year on this day, that's it. In 1997, what happened?
Is that a question?
No. Rhetorical. Oh, you know what? Do you want to know the number one song? It was Candle in the Wind, 1997. So something about the way you look tonight. Elton
Candle
John.
in the Wind. Is that...
So Candle in the Wind, 1997.
Oh, but that's not what I said. I said 1992.
Oh, okay. Got this. Sorry. October 7th, 1992. Oh, okay. What happened? Okay.
Do you just Google what happened
Yeah.
on?
It's on this day.
Nothing. Nothing happened.
No.
Slow news day.
Hold on. No, this isn't working. Okay. No, now my phone isn't working.
Let me do the research for you. I'll bail you out on this segment.
There wasn't really anything that happened.
The number one song was "End of the Road"
Yes.
by Boys to Men,
as seen in Boomerang, the Eddie Murphy movie. Yeah.
Let's see.
Ed Blackwell. He died.
American jazz drummer.
Drummer.
Read the next entry, Suzanne.
I don't want to. I can't pronounce those. Okay. Well, you just saw that segment just go up in flames.
Tampa Bay Lightning became the first NHL expansion team to win its opener.
So nothing.
Wow. Banner
Nothing.
day in the 90s, October 7th, 1992. What were you doing October 7th, 1992?
I was 12. I was in 6th grade or 7th grade. Okay, let's get on to our topics.
Hold on. I want to see what day of the week was it.
This is riveting.
It was Wednesday. It was a Wednesday. So October 7th, 1992.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a Friday today.
On that Wednesday, I would have been a freshman in high school. I would have been getting ready for my cross country practice.
No, you fell down the ramp, and
no, but not as a freshman, as a seventh grader.
Oh yeah. That was junior high. If you missed that story, go back. Also,
I would have had long
related.
Hair.
I keep forgetting to tell you, the guy who invented Trapper Keepers died.
Mr. Keeper?
Yeah, Trapper Keeper died.
Just now or on October 7th, 1992?
No, recently. He died August 21st in Marietta, Georgia.
Really?
Yeah. He was 85. Bryant Crutchfield, R.I.P.
Oh. So on October 7th, 1992, 11,973,600 minutes had elapsed since midnight of January 1st, 1970.
Okay. We've lost it. We've lost the plot. Okay. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first? You guys, we actually do talk about pop culture and politics on this show too.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Because it seems like I'm the only one who's prepared for this podcast.
No, I'm prepared.
I'm the only one taking it seriously to our listeners. Make sure to follow me at jknower at Instagram.
Have you gotten any new followers?
Negative. Negatory, good buddy.
Negatory, good buddy. Okay.
Yesterday, the Daily Beast, it's an publication, ran an article titled "Pro-Life Herschel Walker Paid for Girlfriend's Abortion."
I mean, are we surprised? So was this something that just came, this was just discovered, or he just did it?
This was just discovered.
Okay.
So Herschel Walker is running in the Georgia Senate race against Raphael Warnock, who is the incumbent. And Herschel Walker has taken a very extreme stance on abortion. He is against any sort of exception. He thinks there should be a federal law against abortion. He's against exceptions for rape or incest. Why don't you cut that? Against exceptions for rape or incest, and he is as extreme as you can get on the pro-life spectrum. And here,
wait a second, you're telling me that he's a hypocrite? That is shocking.
Breaking news here at Brand New Information. Politician, a very staunchly pro-life politician is, let me look here. What does it say? I'm just like sort of scrolling through. Oh, a hypocrite.
Oh, okay. Yep. Checks out. That's, yeah. I mean,
he was dating a woman in 2009 and he urged her to get an abortion and paid for it and gave her sent her the check and a get well soon card.
Oh, that's nice. That's sweet. That was thoughtful. I mean, I feel like I want to go on record and say every single man who's against abortion has paid for one. That's a fact. I fact checked it and it comes out.
The woman, this is from the article, the woman who also provided proof of her romantic relationship with Walker told the Daily Beast that he mailed her a check inside the Get Well card. The front of the card features a drawing of a steaming cup of tea and reads, "Rest, relax." The message continues on the inside of the card, "Recover." The card is signed, "Pray you are feeling better," with an H in Walker's distinctive autograph flourish.
Dude, can all the women, like, if you are a woman who has had an abortion paid for by a Republican politician, can you please reach out to us? You can come on the pod. Can we all, let's all take them down. Anyone who's against abortion, any of the men who are against abortion, because chances are they've paid for one.
The Daily Beast doesn't reveal the identity of this woman. She wanted to keep her identity.
We'll keep you
anonymous.
Anonymous too.
We will. We will. And of course, all the Republicans are saying they don't believe the story because what are they going to do? They're not going to get rid of their Senate candidate,
right,
a month before the election. But it just goes to show that when you take these extreme positions, you're just setting yourself up for hypocrisy.
Yeah.
There are so many examples, not just on the abortion issue, but on other issues where somebody takes this extreme position and then, the reporters do their job, which is look into the lives of these people and find out that they're completely hypocritical. And I mean, how about maybe take nuanced positions? How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. How about maybe take a position that doesn't fit on a bumper sticker? Well, it reminds me of when Ivanka Trump, when this all went down, when Dobbs happened, and she came out in support, of overturning Roe, and then her high school friend tweeted like, "Oh, okay, we're watching Ivanka."
What happened?
My phone fell. She's like, "Oh, okay, I see you, Ivanka. We're watching you support overturning Roe. I drove you to your abortion in high school." And so, and she got pushback from like, "How dare you out Ivanka?" It's like, no. You can out these people. Yeah, if they take such horrible stances against women's rights, out them.
I don't even think, I think women's rights is the number one issue that's driving a lot of these voters right now. But I don't think it just applies to that. I remember when Deborah Birx, the COVID coordinator for the White House, was saying that we should not see family, do not travel for Christmas, do not travel for, I think it was Thanksgiving. Don't travel for Thanksgiving. Do a Zoom Thanksgiving with your relatives. And then it came out that she had traveled from DC to her lake house in, I don't remember, Connecticut or so, and had a multi-generational Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
They're just I remember hearing that or reading it and just having such a strong, angry reaction to it.
Yeah, it's these hard lines that no one can live up to, that you're not even living up to.
Rules for me, but not for thee. Oh, wait, no, the other way around. Rules for thee, but not for me.
Right. Thine. No, I don't know. Yeah, I think take him down. Take him down. Well, call him out.
He's trailing Warnock in the polling average, according to 538. Warnock is at 47.3 and Walker is at 45.2. This is one of the competitive races that a lot of people were looking at prior to this cycle, and this can't help him. There's no way this helps him. Whether it hurts him is a question, but there's no way that this helps him.
Well, it seems like the people who are probably who vote red no matter what, and who are, staunchly Republican, but yeah, this can't get those who were undecided. You wouldn't think.
No, absolutely not. And I mean, maybe this was the October surprise. Maybe this coming out was, planned. Maybe they knew about it for a while. The Daily Beast is definitely a progressive publication, so maybe they held onto this for a while and waited until October to drop it.
Yeah, I like it. I want more. I want more surprises. Call them out.
Well, this is a good time to sort of check in, do a polling check-in on where we stand for the midterm. Suzanne, I know that you're really excited about the midterm election.
I am.
And the results.
You say that like I'm not. No, I am.
Suzanne,
you're going to be here.
Did you know that there's an election this November?
November 8th.
Yeah. Did you?
I do know. I know my polling place. I'm ready. You're going to be here.
Yeah, are we doing a live show?
Yeah, we're going to do a live show.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here.
Our 36 listeners, 24 of whom are mom, can watch our live show.
Mom's going to be here
YouTube.
too. You guys, featuring our Sauk County Dam mom. She's going to be here.
And we're going to try to get some other people to call in and make an appearance.
Herschel Walker's ex-girlfriend. Can we get her on?
The anonymous source of this story.
We'll just have her on with like a black, and then her voice will be all like, whoa. Like we'll have a voice changer.
That's insensitive to her putting herself out there, putting that information out there, Suzanne.
Now I'm saying we'll protect her identity.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of special guests. Jay, now we have to find some special guests.
Oh. I'm writing checks my ego can't cash right here. Hot shot.
You are.
Yeah, so if you would like to be a special guest on our live show, give us a call. Call us at
1-800-LIVE-SHOW. Call us at Instagram.
All right. Well, we'll just do a quick roundup of where the Senate races stand. The House races, there are numerous, 435. So we're obviously not going to look at all of them. But the Senate races, there are a number of competitive ones. And I'll just go on a quick run through here. Ohio is a really competitive Senate race. This is J.D. Vance. Suzanne, do you remember J.D. Vance?
Yeah, he was, I'm thinking of Cy Vance. I was like, wait, he was the Southern District of New York? No. Okay.
Negative. Wrong.
J.D. Vance, was he a black commentator on MSNBC a lot?
Not at all. That's Van Jones.
No, not Van Jones. Is he bald? J.D. Vance?
No, great head of hair.
Okay. Nope. Don't remember him.
J.D. Vance wrote Hillbilly Elegy.
Okay, yes.
Quite quite a long time ago. He was sort of the rural whisperer for the elite class. He really explained what it was like to live in a red state and be, conservative. He took a hard Trump turn, and he is running against Tim Ryan in the Ohio Senate race. He's trailing Tim Ryan, the Democrat. Ryan's been around a lot. He may have been a former governor. I can't remember. So Vance is trailing, although that's a very close race in Ohio. Georgia, we already talked about Walker, the Republican running behind Warnock. Wisconsin.
Yeah. Talk to me.
Ron Johnson.
John Ronson. We'll have John Ronson on.
John Ronson. What Pod Save America calls America's dumbest senator.
Why is
that's
he?
Not us. I'm just quoting Pod Save America.
Hey, we'll call him that too. But why? That seems like they're all vying for that. So why is he America's dumbest?
I don't know.
Okay. He does he looks vacant behind the eyes.
He's got dead eyes.
Yeah, he does.
Well, he's trailing. Actually, no, he's leading Mandela Barnes 48.6 to 46.7.
Okay.
Mandela Barnes being the Democratic challenger. This would be a pickup for Democrats, and I think a lot of people are watching this race. It's close, but Johnson seems to be pulling ahead. It's the power of incumbency. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And our favorite charcuterie shopper.
Yes.
Dr. Oz.
I mean,
is
so weird.
Trailing John Fetterman 48.7 to 42. So Fetterman is looking really like in really good shape in Pennsylvania.
Okay, that's good. And he was the governor, right?
That's a good question.
I think he was.
We are just doing this. We're just having a conversation here.
We don't have facts.
He was a mayor.
Oh, he was a mayor.
He was the lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania.
Okay, lieutenant governor.
And Mehmet, okay. How do you say his first name? Oz?
Mehmet Oz, yeah.
Mehmet?
Yeah, Mehmet.
He's a television presenter. I don't know if you're aware.
You had to look that up?
Yeah, he's been on, according to Wikipedia, he's on television.
Yes. Okay, got it.
Okay. And really, he's running for that the voter who just can't scrape the pennies together for their charcuterie tray.
Yeah. That. I hope he goes down.
I hope he's going to go down. The polling would suggest he's going down. Now, the question is, do you trust the polling? Suzanne, do you trust the polling?
I know. I don't. I've been, fool me once.
Shame on you. Fool me twice. Don't get shamed again.
But
don't
it's
get
also
fooled
like,
again.
But it's also like way more than twice that Nate Silver has led us astray.
What he says is that, yeah, there are polling misses, but they're equal in both directions. So it's not always wrong one way or the other.
Oh, okay. So it's just always wrong.
Just in a random way. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, that helps. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. That's why you have to tune into our live show, because we'll be just going through all the results and sharing with you in live time right here on YouTube.
With our special guests.
Is it on YouTube?
We could interview the charcuterie tray.
We could. Let's do it.
Is it a tray or is it a plate? Charcuterie plate? I didn't know what it was before the thing.
Generally it's like a board or a tray.
A board?
Not a plate. How many people are you having over? 2? Just for
Me?
you?
Yeah, generally.
No, normally it's like a board or a tray. All right. Well, stay tuned for that.
It's just like meats, right? Like
Meats and cheeses and crackers and olives. It's just like a snacking. It's like a high-end snacking board. Are you still confused?
Yes.
Okay. We'll have one. We'll have one when you come over.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I know. Okay. We need to talk about Kim Kardashian and the fine that she just got slapped with. That sounded bad.
Though? Do we?
Well, here's this. There's
Suzanne,
a New York
who's
magazine.
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah. There's a New York magazine, and this article is titled, Kim Kardashian just paid a $1 million fine for being a crypto grifter.
Whoa, that sounds bad.
So the SEC is cracking down on this crypto nonsense. And Jay, you're going to have to walk me through this because I don't understand crypto. Like, I don't even get it. NFTs, crypto, all of that stuff. I don't really understand, but I'll tell you what happened. So in 2021, in June, Kim Kardashian posted on her Instagram story. So she got paid $250,000 for this Instagram story about a cryptocurrency called EthereumMax. I mean, it sounds like
sounds sketchy.
Yeah, it sounds like like cream or something that you take. Like it's like a very strong like cream for when you have like impetigo or something.
That's like one of the car commercials says that the car has active park assist, and Kate and I are like, that sounds horrible. Like I've got a bad case of active park assist.
Park assist.
But it's active park assist, so it's just worse.
I know. That's like a flare up.
My park assist is flaring up.
You need some EthereumMax for your active park. Yeah, so this is known as a shit coin instead of a Bitcoin. They're calling this a
Wait,
shit.
That's real? You're not just making this up?
No, it's known as a shit coin because it's a subprime project. That's what they're known in crypto land as, a shit coin. So it's about as shitty as it gets. This is from the New York Magazine article. So it was a no name token. It didn't have any other credible backers. And so then she posted in her Instagram stories, this is what she said. Are you guys into crypto? This is not financial advice, but sharing what my friends just told me about the EthereumMax token. A few minutes ago, EthereumMax burned 400 trillion tokens, literally 50% of their admin wallet, giving back to the entire Emax community. I have no idea what any of that means. She did hashtag it ad, but so because it is, I don't know, it's investing advice and it's securities advice. Even though she said this is not financial advice, they said, and that she labeled it hashtag ad, the SEC said that wasn't sufficient because she didn't disclose the $250,000 that she paid. So she violated a 1933 securities law.
That she got paid?
She got paid $250,000 for this Instagram ad. So it's all of this, like 2021 was big for celebrities and influencers really endorsing these like cryptocurrencies and giving securities advice and investing advice, which really they had no idea about. There are a whole lot of celebrities that did this. Some more famous ones were, even Reese Witherspoon, Floyd Mayweather Jr., DJ Khaled. They were charged in 2018 for something similar. Steven Seagal was penalized in 2020 for
I get all my investment advice from Steven Seagal.
I know. Also, Paul Pierce posted that
Celtics legend Paul Pierce manages my portfolio.
Or maybe Backstreet Boy Nick Carter.
With input from Nick Carter of Backstreet Boy fame.
But also Mark Cuban. And you would take advice from billionaire investor Mark Cuban.
I would.
This says to elderly quarterback Tom Brady.
Oh, why did we bury the lead?
I know that they're splitting up.
They're Splitsville. He chose football over family. He chose football over family.
I mean, yeah, like who needs a family when the football can keep you warm at night, when all of your Super Bowl rings can keep you warm? Okay. I
mean, like I always say, Suzanne, if Giselle and Tom Brady don't have a future, then none of us do.
Yeah, if they can't make it.
Yeah, things fall apart.
I mean, even a man will get tired of Giselle, even though I don't think she's all that. Anyway.
What?
I don't know. She's too tall.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So they're saying that the SEC is kind of making an example out of Kim Kardashian. You know, $1.26 million is nothing for her. She's paid it. Like, they're fine. She's settling. But it's definitely making an example out of her. I don't really understand any of this. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, because it says that the SEC has an enforcement problem. It now finds itself facing hundreds of potentially illegal shitcoins. So there are all these, cryptocurrency products, tokens that are on the market, and they're having celebrities endorse them. I don't know.
Well, kind of the famous shitcoin is Dogecoin.
Yeah, and did Elon Musk have a necklace made out of it?
Yeah, have you seen what a Dogecoin looks like?
There's a dog on it, right?
Yeah, it's a Sheena Ibu. I always think Sheena Easton, but no, Shiba Inu.
I would like that if it was Sheena Easton on there, like playing drums on the Dogecoin.
Google Dogecoin and look at what it says. DOGE.
Yeah. So, but the Dogecoin, it's down a lot. I don't know. Do you know anything about cryptocurrency?
A bit.
A bit? You know a Bitcoin about it? What do you know about it?
I know that a Dogecoin, on the front of it, it says...
I'm trying to
Much coin, how money, so crypto, please mine.
Very rich.
Very currency.
So what is it? Like NFTs? Like Jimmy Fallon might be facing something, because he's kind of talked about it even on his program, and he talked about NFTs with Paris Hilton. She's big in that. Like, I don't understand any of it, and I kind of don't want to.
I'm certainly not an expert. I would, if you're looking for advice, definitely go to former Celtics legend Paul Pierce instead of me.
Backstreet Boys Nick Carter.
Or yeah, I mean, you have
Steven
options.
Seagal. There are a lot of experts out there.
You have options. But I think it has to do with the blockchain, which every crypto transaction is public and exists on numerous computers throughout the world, so that the blockchain technology allows banking to occur outside the banking system, which means it's not subject to a lot of the federal regulations of different countries, the market forces created by banks, and I'll just leave it at that.
You lost me at blockchain.
Dogecoin has like a really cute dog on it.
It does. That's my favorite one now. Yeah, I don't get it.
You should get some Dogecoin.
I'm not that interested. I think we do have Bitcoin, but I don't even know what that means. I don't get it.
Well, this was a good episode, Suzanne.
Yeah, good job. Good job. I don't know. And if anyone wants to come on here and out any Republican who's paid for their abortion, hit us up.
We will definitely hide your identity if that's what you want.
Yeah, for sure. But also don't be ashamed, to out.
Well, I think they're hiding the identity because they don't want the blowback.
Yeah, they don't want to be like targeted.
Yeah, from like the
Rich.
freaking Proud Boys or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Or as I heard somebody call it, Meal Team 6.
that's funny.
All right. Till next
Okay,
time.
love Moo.
Love Moo. Bye.
Bye.